How is it going today, Loyal Listeners? My name's Dwayne.
My name's Jasmine.
We're Dwayne N Jazz. Today we have for you WandaVision episode 9.
I was about to say 10.
I was about to put 8 up. Episode 9, season finale. Woo!
Yes.
Alright, spoilers, okay?
Full of spoilers.
You know it. So if you don't want to get spoiled, it's time for you to bounce up out of here.
You got 5 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin.
Man, okay, so let me start off by saying that I felt that this ended well.
You think it well?
You had another idea. You had another feeling.
I'm a little disappointed, man. I'm a little disappointed.
Tell them why.
There's things that, because this is just, we've been theorizing for like 9 weeks now.
We have.
For like certain things that happen and like, oh my God, every little thing. This is Mephisto. This is Mephisto. There's like this meme where there's like a butterfly and it's like, maybe this is Mephisto.
Right.
We thought everything was Mephisto. So, you know.
It turns out no.
No. It may be later on, but for now.
No.
No. So, we don't get no Mephisto, man. It hurts. It hurts to even say it out of my mouth right now.
Yep.
We were leading up, we like, oh yeah, there's somebody got to be controlling Agatha. And then what pissed me off?
What? It was,
49 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
Okay, we're going to get to that.
Okay.
But 49 minutes. Come on, Marvel. Kevin Feige. Mr. Feige. May I call you Mr. Feige? Listen. Can we get an hour, some change maybe?
We might get that for Captain,
You just call him Captain Falcon.
Sheesh, I need to
Falcon
stop
and the
saying
Winter
that.
Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
There you go.
I keep saying Captain Falcon.
He is going to be, he might as well just be Captain Falcon. He might as well just be Captain Falcon.
I'm thinking about Captain America and then Falcon and I'm putting them together, but that's the dude from Smash Brothers, so I gotta stop.
Quote me here. At the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, he's going to be like, I'm not Captain America. I'm not the Falcon. I'm Captain Falcon. I'm telling you. No, but let's go. Let's start from the beginning of WandaVision episode 9.
Okay.
Go ahead, start us off.
Well, we didn't do our reviews for like the other ones. So basically, like the other episodes that we didn't touch on.
We did all of them. We did 7 and 8. Yeah.
Oh, we didn't do a podcast.
We didn't do.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
So for the beginning of this one, it's like catching us up, like basically with Agatha holding the kids hostage, and then like Wanda having to basically get them back, like fight to get them back. But I knew from before that Agatha was just trying to get power. And I knew that. And in this episode, that solidified it. Because everything that she was doing, like especially the whole recap episode, she was trying to get info. She was trying to get knowledge on how the hell Scarlet is able to do this.
Yes.
Like, how is Wanda being able to do this even though she has no idea of anything or the basics of witchcraft whatsoever, but she has all this power. So she was like, basically the whole episode, she was just like, give me your powers.
Give me your
power.
You
have all this power and you're sitting there just doing nothing with it. Give it to me, then the one that knows how to use it and knows the basics of, witchcraft and stuff, and then you'll be fine. I'll leave you alone. Basically.
Yeah, but we all know that's Cap.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know. I feel like she would leave Wanda alone, but
no, because remember, okay, so she did that whole battle with her, and then on the opposite end, we got White Vision. So White Vision coming inside the Hex.
That was another thing. Yeah, he was fighting. The two Visions were fighting.
Each other.
Which I thought was very cool. I thought that fight was super cool because it was like phasing in and out of each other. Two beams going together and everything like that.
It was dope.
And then I thought it was cool how basically their final battle, if you want to call it that, was them like floating like around almost in a circle, and it looked like they was in a library too.
Yeah, it was in a library.
So they was in a library, and then they was talking about like the book that told the story of the ship of Theseus or something
like that.
Something close to that.
It's something. Yeah. It's a philosophy.
It's a philosophy thing. So like he was just basically like, do you remember that? And then
it was an AI battle.
Right. It was like a battle of like logic. Because they're trying, because the White Vision, his sole mission was to take out Vision
and Wanda.
Because he said he had to take out Vision, so that's why he's fighting Vision, like he's going after him. And so then when he finally encountered him, the Vision inside the Hex was like, well, basically, which one is the real Vision? How can you say? And which one is fake? Like if I'm real with the memories and you're real with the body but no memories, which one is real?
And then come to the conclusion, White Vision get to the conclusion that we're both real.
He was like, we're both not real and we're both real.
Yep.
And then he was like, well, how about we combine the two, basically? And he was like, they're keeping. He was like, the sword people were keeping away Vision's memories from him, so that way he could become
a perfect
controlled
weapon.
a controlled weapon. And so then Vision was like, basically like, like, let me unlock that, let me give you my memories of what I know that you're missing. Put the pieces together.
So we started from Age of Ultron all the way past
to his death,
to Endgame, to his death and everything. So he now has all the vision, all the memories. And then he gained all that, and then you can see in his eyes went like to like, he was
from
like
robotic to like
normal kind of. He's still white Vision.
Yeah.
And then after that, he just disappeared and just dipped.
I am Vision, and then just dipped.
Right.
And we didn't see him nowhere.
That's where I got pissed off. I'm like, and then guess what, guys? They don't even give you a post-credit scene of what happened to him. It's like, I am Vision. And then just blew up. I'm like, what?
So when we were watching it, because we watched it twice.
Yeah,
we watched it the
twice.
first time. We were like, okay, so like maybe like Vision is going after somebody. Like maybe he's trying to go after like Hayward or whoever like that. But then we never saw him. So it was like, we're getting set up for him to return in the future for sure. Like, they're not just going to have him be like, I am Vision, and we ain't never going to see him.
He pulled a Thor. He was just like, I got to go somewhere. And then just rotate and just dip. And you're like, what? And then he came back, like when Age of Ultron. Remember when he left? And he came back and then was like, oh, I have to go somewhere. Like, he did the same thing Thor did in Age of Ultron. So they just keeping it in line.
Right. And we also thought, we were waiting too when we first saw White Vision, what his voice was going to sound like. Because we had the theory that it was going to be like Ultron coming back inside of White Vision's body and stuff like that.
God.
So like, and I think they knew that too. I think they knew that. Of course they knew that. Like in the scene when Vision was talking to White Vision, it took White Vision like a little bit.
But even the scene before that, when they had that little Wizard of Oz Easter egg, when she was fighting Agatha, and she threw Agatha.
She threw a car at her.
Yeah, threw a car at her into a house.
Landed into a house, but then you saw
her
like
boots.
And I was like, that's Wizard of Oz.
So and then we thought, and then she's like Vision. She's like this white body Vision. She's like, that's not my Vision that I created. This is the has to be the real Vision. She's like, what?
Well, at first she thought it was him, and then he started crushing her head.
Yeah, he said it was like she was like Vision. He just put his hand on her head, and then he spoke. We thought he was about to be like,
I thought he was going to be
Ultron. No, it's Ultron. If it would have been, boy, I wish they would have. That's what disappointed me.
I thought it was going to be his voice.
This is a perfect time to bring back Ultron.
Yeah.
That would have been an amazing moment to bring back Ultron.
But who's to say they're not going to bring him back?
I know, but that setup would have been perfect.
Yeah.
It would have been like, because he downloaded his consciousness, a good portion of his consciousness into Vision's body, and it could have been like, that's what's left since we don't have the memories of the first Vision.
Yeah.
We have Ultron. And he could have been like, no, it's me, Ultron. And then, the same dude that killed your brother. That would have been he! Come on!
That would have turned her ballistic.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Do it.
They want a slow burn. They want a slow burn and get to that point later on. They don't want to just jump into it.
So that was another disappointment of mine. It was like, bro, this is the perfect time to go there. It was the perfect time, but they didn't go there.
But see, that's why I wasn't even disappointed though, because I was just like, that's just something that we came up with in our mind. So I'm like, I'm not gonna expect them to be like, okay, well, Jazz said it, so it's gonna happen. Like, that's why I'm like, okay, well, that didn't happen. Let's move on.
Yeah. But basically, White Vision just blew up. I am Vision, and then they went back to Agatha versus Scarlet Witch and their whole thing, and then Agatha like cut off she said strings, and that's another thing that made me think Age of Ultron. The strings off of every person that was under the Hex control in Westview. And so they were like, with her, and the first one was Dottie. Me and you thought Dottie,
we thought
you could see all type of theories,
transform into who she really was, but she was just a regular person.
We was like, all of a sudden, because we haven't been seeing Dottie. We saw her one time. She was supposed to be Queen Bee. And we thought that Dottie was about to be maybe Mephisto, maybe another witch. It was like, oh, snap. And then she was like, no, my 8-year-old daughter. Like, oh my God. It like, what's up with y'all making these characters? Making them
but
appear
see,
more
that's
than it
again
is.
from fan hype. We are doing that though, because we're looking for so many Easter eggs every episode that we're like going overboard and everything, trying to give everything a meaning when there isn't.
I know, right?
And I think they know
we haven't had Marvel content in a year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go ballistic, especially when they already trying to throw every little Easter egg at you.
Yeah.
On top of that, guess what, guys? Another disappointment. We already met the aerospace engineer. We already met him.
Yeah.
It was Major Goodner. I can't even remember the name. Mm-hmm. I thought it was about to be someone else. So we already met the aerospace engineer.
Yeah, we thought that it was going to be like Reed Richards.
Right. It's like,
fine.
What? I'm like, another disappointment.
Now, let's talk about Pietro. Or
Pietro.
Mm-hmm. Or Evan Peters. Or Peter Maximoff. Or
Peter Maximoff.
Or fake, whoever. Ralph. This man goes by many names. Ralph Boner.
Bro, okay. So what we're alluding to is that the fact that Monica, when they was like Snoop is gonna Snoop, he had took her to his room, his man cave, and he was just like, he like she tried to like leave and use his powers on him. And he just kind of like flicked her with his finger.
Because he was looking at her
super fast.
Because she was inside. Monica was inside and seeing Wanda fighting Agatha, and so she wanted to like help and stuff and get out. And so she's basically like a prisoner, like with Pietro, which is Ralph, come to find out. And then she was like looking at the door, and then he was just like, don't do it, like basically. And then like she went to the door anyway, and then he zoomed over there with his speed and then flicked her. But that flick,
it was pretty. I'm like, dang, he's pretty strong, ain't he?
Because then after that, it was like she looked through his papers and saw that his name was Ralph, and then she found like a photo of himself,
a headshot photo, and go ahead and tell me your theory.
With the name on the bottom, which said in bigger, because it was a bill that she was looking at before, like a utility bill, and it said like Ralph Boner, and then like it said it again with his photo, and then he said, "Are you a Steven Seagal fan?" So I was like, I didn't notice it the first time, but the second time I watched it, I was like, that is an actor.
It might be an actor.
That is his job. Like before Agatha took control of him, he was an actor. And that's why he had a headshot of himself.
Yeah, I'm like, who has portraits of headshot portraits?
I was like, nobody has headshots of themselves with their name on it except for people that are trying to get casted. So he's an actor. So Agatha, and what my theory is that Agatha chose him because he's an actor so that he could play the role of Pietro and kind of weasel his way into the house, because she said that he was her eyes and ears. And Agatha was already trying to get information. That's why she was the nosy neighbor, that's why she was always in their house trying to figure out what they doing and who's talking to who and everything, because she's trying to get info on how Wanda's getting these powers. And so she can't be there all the time, she can't be there all the time. So she got Pietro, I'm gonna call him that, Pietro, to go into the house, pose as the brother, and that way she can get like more intel, more personal intel that she probably wouldn't tell Agnes, you know? Because that's her brother. So because even when it was like the Halloween episode, and he was like questioning her, he was like, how'd you get these kids? Like, he didn't say it like a concerning brother, like, Wanda, maybe you should stop. He didn't do that. He was just like, I don't care. I'm just trying to figure out, how.
So yeah, and then it goes back to Dottie, the Dottie scene where she was like, she basically told where the kids were. She basically had her daughter locked in her room, but like I guess in a sleep trance or something like that. Yeah, just in the room. So that's where all the kids were. They were in their room.
It was like she didn't have any need for the kids at the moment. And then after that episode, because especially that was when Vision had the argument with her, and then he was like, where are all the kids, Wanda? Why are we the only ones that have, kids? And then the next episode was a Halloween episode. So for Halloween, you need kids. So that's when she activated or maybe turned on the kids to be active and finally come out and everything. So that was wild. So that's why I'm thinking like, okay, I think that had them casting Evan Peters as Pietro was kind of like to throw us off.
It might have been.
I think that was to throw us off, because I don't think that he was any other secret person. I don't think that he was a secret witness person
that Jimmy Woo was looking for. That's what put him in the spot.
Because
in the situation.
I had to ask you the question, because I was looking at it and I was like,
we had
during the Halloween episode, Was it airing?
Was it still airing? Yeah.
Because at one point it turned off. And so then we had to go back and I saw that Wu was still like there when the TV was on during the Halloween episode. So I'm like, if Ralph was the missing person, Wu would see him on the sitcom thing and be like, that's the guy, that's who him. I need.
So yeah. So we never another disappointment. Yeah. Maybe we get it later. We don't know who the missing person that Wu was looking for. We don't know who the missing person is, and I really don't know who it is. Right. And at first, I thought it was the male person. Mm-hmm. I forgot his name, but mailman. Let's just call him mailman.
Yeah, let's just call him mailman. Because I had a theory for that. I was like, maybe the mailman is the one because they keep having still shots of him. Like, I'm just a messenger. Don't packages. Shoot. Yeah, but then he said that. He said that a lot. Yeah, he said that to Wanda when she was looking for Agnes, and she was like, he was like, oh, I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot. So I think that was towards us as the audience. Like, he's literally just a mailman. Like, he's just a mailman. He just delivers packages. There's no secret.
You're thinking about it too much.
With it. He was like, I'm just the messenger.
I am just a messenger.
That's it.
And then so with Ralph, when Monica finally like does one of her like self-defense moves and finally gets him, I don't know how was she able to do it and wasn't able to do it before, but that's what I'm saying. I'm so now at this moment you finally beat him up and like get on. I guess she didn't know. I don't know, but she basically is one of her self-defense moves that she probably learned from Sword. Yeah. She like gets on top of him, realizes with her spectrum power that the necklace has a different energy aura on it, takes the necklace off, and then he's like, oh, please, I beg of you, don't kill me, or whatever. Yeah. And I think that he might have been in a trance from the necklace. Jazz thinks he might have been, coherent the whole time.
What you mean?
So, like, remember when she took the necklace off, and then he kind of, like, was like, oh my God, begging for his life. I think that Agatha made it use that necklace as like to put him in a trance to control him.
Oh no, that's what I.
Oh, that's what you think too. Oh, okay, I thought she was
you're the one that said that. You said that you thought that he might have been acting.
Oh, I don't know. He might have been acting because he is an actor. Yeah. But he might have not been. So I don't know on that end.
No, I think that was definitely
Yeah, his got trance. Yeah.
And everything.
So she took the necklace off. He's good.
He's back to normal now.
Yeah. And then it shows, I can't remember which scene it was, but basically she was, when Dottie and all them were around, and she was like, I'm going to let all you guys go. And then Agatha was like, you got to leave that, save Westview or save your family, because as soon as she started trying to pull the hex back into herself, the Vision and the kids started disappearing.
And that told me that the kids operate the same way that Vision does. Because I thought that they didn't.
I thought they didn't either.
She pushed them out of her body. That's why I thought that they wouldn't have the same effects as Vision would, like with the hex that they're inside. But come to find out, yes, it does. Like if the hex goes away, like they go away. Yep. So I was just like, oh damn, she can't have anything.
Can't have nobody.
I was like, you can't have your parents died from explosion. Your brother got shot up when it was Age of Ultron. You manifested a husband and children, and now they gotta go too. I'm like, God, you can't have thing. I'm like, you can't have anything, girl. Yeah, my God. Yeah. I was like, they want you. They are literally forging you to be a villain. Like, I'm like, if it was me, I'll be like, man, that point, I'm done. I'm done, man. Y'all already hate me. I might as well go ahead and be a villain. Yeah. I might as well. I'm just like, my God.
Then we see a scene with Agatha having the dark hold, and she's like flipping it through, and you saw like a picture of the Scarlet Witch, and she was saying that you're like chaos magic and stuff.
And she's destroyed. And she destroyed.
Yeah. And so they had like this scene where Wanda like somehow like sped up and touched her head, and then went back to Agatha's Salem witch trial, and then she was like raising the dead witches. And she was like, they're gonna turn on Agatha, but no, they turned on the Scarlet Witch because they're like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that was. That like what plane that was, or did the witches that she rose from the dead was like, I don't know what was, but they turned on her and they were like, we foresee it. So they like, maybe they thought Agatha might have been the Scarlet Witch, and that's why she needed to be destroyed.
Well, I think that they was originally trying to get Agatha, like, executed because like they said, she was dabbling in dark magic.
Yep.
But I think that she was because, she always wanted power.
Yep.
So if she sees that this other power is there, like dark magic, but they're like, oh, but don't touch it. She's going to be like, man, please, I'm going to touch it.
I want that power.
Because I want that power.
Yeah.
So I think that that's what she was doing.
Yep. And remember, I forgot that the scene in there was like, I didn't break your rules. They just bent to my will. Like Like, you did what you did. So basically, yeah. So the witches turned on her, and then so she had to like blast herself out of that little trance that they were in or whatever. So it was just like that was a very interesting scene. So then they keep fighting, right?
Yep.
And then like Vision is trying to help her, and then Agatha's been just draining her power this whole time. She even made her hand.
She's been kind of giving it to her.
Yeah, she was kind of giving it to her.
She was kind of giving it to her. And when Vision tried to step in to help, Wanda was like pushing him down, like, no, like I got it, because she was basically setting a trap. Because when she was fighting Agatha, because Agatha was like, just give me the power, give me the power. She was like, you know what, here you go. So she just kept throwing Powerball here at her, and then she'll throw one away, and then at her, away, at her. But the whole time she was setting up runes.
That was so dope.
Which I thought was so cool, because like
it was
like
scene.
When you thought that all of Wanda's power was getting drained by Agatha and everything, and Agatha tried to use her powers, but it wasn't working. And then you just saw like the clouds like come out, and then you just see like the rune symbol. I was like, oh, that's so. That was nice.
She
so
used
cool.
exactly what you said against you, and I'm like, how did she know what rune to do? I guess she just scanned the room, and it was like this has to be the same spell.
But that's what Agatha told her.
Right.
That's why she was like, you shouldn't have told me that. Because now I know that, and now I could beat you.
Yeah, because she got all old looking and stuff like that. Then she tried to like finish her and was like, well, the witch that cast the spell, I can't undo the spell that the witches does. And I'm like, so she was capping even then, because she was going to say that you give me the power, I will help make your world better because I have all this knowledge. Nope. Lie. Cap. So then she just freaking lied, and then she just tried to use her power, couldn't use it. And then she was like, well, you told me what you did. Yeah, the runes were. I was like, oh, you go, girl.
And right there, I was like, yes. Yes, do that. And then that's when she fully became like, the Scarlet Witch, and then her new outfit.
Her crown finally showed. It was clean.
I thought it was so clean. I saw that, I was like, that looked nice.
That looks nice.
And that confirms that I had my theory last time, because when we were doing the flashback episode, you were like, who was Wanda seeing when she first interacted with the Mind Stone? And I was like, I think that's Scarlet Witch.
And you were right.
And I think that's herself.
Yes,
and then it was. I was like, yes.
That's like in her eyes, she saw her basically herself. I thought it might have been like a past iteration.
I was like, she looking at herself.
Yep, and that was. And it was. She absorbed all that power, put her Scarlet Witch costume on. It was so nice, so dope. Nice. But we can't forget about the whole scene with freaking Hayward.
Oh, he's a...
Ooh,
okay, I can't say it on this channel.
Right. We're family friendly here.
Right, we're family friendly. He's a B word.
So
basically, the kids were fighting.
They were fighting
against the sword agents to try to protect their mom, protect their dad and stuff. And so, Wicked, he used his powers to like kind of like freeze the
sword
military.
Sword. I said sword shield.
Shield.
Sword agents.
But he kind of froze them, and then that's when Speed went ahead and just took away their weapons and hat and stuff.
Yeah, it was like,
because they're kids, so they're gonna play around. And so once they finished that, then that's when Hayward decided to hop out the truck,
pull his pistol out.
Yeah, pull his pistol out and just start
emptying the clip.
Empty the clip on him, and then Monica saw that, and she, shielded them.
Right.
And that's when the bullets
was such a cool scene.
Yeah,
right.
It was. Like, that was when her powers, activated.
Kicked in, her eyes changed.
Her eyes changed yellow. The bullets were going through her. And then there was one bullet that was not going to her. And it kind of went away. But Wiccan caught that and, put it down. So I was like, you know what, Hayward? And then Darcy came.
We was wondering where she been at. Right.
And then just rammed him with the ice cream truck.
Right.
And just left him there because he's trapped. He can't go nowhere.
Get out,
And that's what made me laugh, because I'm like, we didn't see Darcy for a long time. So was she driving?
She must have been driving a long time.
Was she driving this whole entire time?
Because she was outside of the head, right?
Last time that we saw her, she was with Vision, like at the way outer parts of the town, and they kept getting stopped by stuff because Agatha didn't want them to come.
Right.
So I'm like, was Darcy just driving the entire time?
She was driving the entire time to the middle of that damn hex.
I was like, oh my God.
I'm like, Lord Jesus, girl. And I mean, she came in clutch though.
Yeah.
And so they defeated Hayward. What else happened after that?
Well, basically, Wanda put Agatha like in a trance, like how she had the neighbors in a trance. So her like punishment is like becoming Agnes. Like you're gonna be Agnes, like
you're gonna
forever
live here.
Now.
And she was like, you're gonna need me, and I know where to find you.
I know where to find you. I will take it off. get whatever information I need from you, and then I'll put you right back in. That's
and then
it.
she was saying something like, "You're gonna bring chaos to this world. You don't know what you have created." Now that she's the full Scarlet Witch now, so I'm like, whew. And then now they left it open for her to Agatha to come back because it'd be like a waste to like get rid one and done her. It'd be like a waste. So now she could go back to Westview and get Agatha whenever she needs her.
Yep.
And then she flew away.
Because like she flew away because she's still like basically on the run from like
I guess now
for
sure
looking for her because they're trying to detain her. But Monica, of course, let her go and everything. Yeah. And all the people in Westview hate Wanda because of what she put them through, which is very understandable. I don't blame them for being mad at her, and I don't think she does either. And so she ran away basically again. Yeah,
but before that, we can't forget about the scene where she had to say goodbye to Vision and her kids. Yeah. So they flew back to their home while the Hex was coming. You know, she was releasing everybody. The Hex was coming back in. And so she had to go back to the unfinished home. She put the kids to bed, and everybody had to say, goodbye. And
goodbye.
Then Vision, which is interesting, Vision asked, "What am I?" And she said, "You're what's left in me of the Mind Stone." And I was like, "Wow, okay, that's gonna be very, very interesting. That is not small. That is huge."
And I just felt so sad on that part because I was just like, "Dang!" Like, because when I saw it when they were tucking in the kids, I was like, "This is reminding me of Titanic." That scene in Titanic where the sink is shipping. The ship
is sinking.
We said this earlier.
I know.
The ship is sinking.
There you go.
Okay, the ship is sinking. And there's like a mom that's like tucking her two kids in bed, and she's like reading them like a bedtime story so that way they don't even know what's happening. Like they could just like die in bliss, like in ignorant bliss that they don't even know what's coming, but she does. But she's trying to make them feel safe, and I felt like that was the same thing that Wanda was doing, like, you know, just tuck in the kids. We'll see you guys. We love you guys and stuff. But like the Hex was just coming in, and they were gonna say goodbye to them. So I was like, oh, that is so sad.
That is sad, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so she had to say goodbye to Vision, her kids, and that's when she flew out.
That's when she flew away.
But now let's talk about the end credit scenes. So we have one of these, she was saying, "Jimmy, authority looks good on you." She's like, "Do it." Jimmy's like, "Do this." And there's this agent that comes up to. I never say the name, and I was like, I said that when we was watching. I was like, "That's a scroll." I was like, "That's a scroll."
That's a scroll.
For sure, they was like, "We need you in
we need you in the theater."
We need you in the theater. There was nobody in the theater except her, and that's when she transformed into the scroll. And then she was like,
"A friend of
your mom needs you." And we heard that you've been basically decommissioned or put down or whatever.
Grounded.
Grounded, yeah. And then she's like, and she's like, she's smiling and stuff. Like, "Where do you need me?" And they were like, "He needs you up there." And Jasmine, I think I agree with you. You think it's Nick Fury.
Yeah, I feel like the friend that she could, because she said like a friend of your mom. So that could be one of two people. That could be either Captain Marvel or that could be Fury. But then she said he heard that you were grounded. So I was like, that's Fury. Because Fury was up there with the Skrulls. Yep. So he's not on Earth. I'm like, so that's Fury to me. So I'm like, okay. And then Monica sounded like, she looked like she was happy to do it too. Like, okay, good. Let me go up to space. Let me go. Yep. Basically.
Yep. So that's gonna be, of course, you guys know we're gonna see Monica Rambeau again and Captain Marvel 2. And I really hope I mess with Carol Danvers, but Monica seems like I got it. It seems like it's gonna be amazing. It seems like it's gonna be.
I just wonder how it's gonna be if they ever like see each other again.
I don't know. I think they're gonna fight. High key think they're gonna fight.
I feel like they're gonna argue,
and then it's gonna lead into a fight.
I don't know about a fight, but I think it's gonna argue.
They better. I'm about to drama fight. There's definitely some drama. Every time Captain Marvel's name came in, Carol Danvers' name, Monica be like, every time her name pop up, her face changes. So I'm trying to see what happened.
I mean, that would be an intense conversation. Like, I mean, it's kind of like she probably feels like she was abandoned. Like,
this is your home planet. The same thing that War Machine said.
Right, this is your home planet. My mom literally died, and she was the one that was by her bedside, so she would know if Carol visits or not. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure she did not when her mom was dying. Either, yeah. So she was just like, like I have a feeling towards you. Yeah. So
so we definitely gonna get a lot of that in there, and this definitely gonna lead into this secret invasion. Oh, that's gonna be crazy because she had like, it seemed like nobody like stopped that scroll at all. It was like she was walking in there like, like she was able to walk in between the FBI and Sword. And nobody was like, we don't know who that is. She just walked in there.
It's a lot going on.
I know it's a lot going on.
They're like, they're lost in the sauce. Okay?
Yeah, so that kind of like, oh my God, that she's able to like.
The other ending.
The post-credit scene,
two scenes, and it was basically like she's like, I don't know where she is.
I want to say she's in the mountains, snowy. We want to say Scotland,
she's
Scandinavia. I have no idea.
Somewhere in the mountains.
She's in the cabins in the woods.
Yeah, she made her own cabin. That's what I'm assuming. She made the cabin. And you just see her like in regular clothes, like doing like, you know, regular stuff.
Sipping some coffee
and then they go in the back bedroom and doing stuff with the book that she got from
the dark
Agatha.
The dark hole book, which is
she got the book, so now she's learning because before, like Agatha said, what Wanda lacked was not power but knowledge. So she already has the power fully now.
Now for sure.
So now that she has the books, now she's learning about everything. So she's gonna become more powerful than she already is. Now that she has knowledge and gaining from that.
And our second run through of watching it, like she's like, you know how Doctor Strange was like going through the time and he was just like twitching and all that stuff. You could see Scarlet like have her legs folded like he did, and she's sitting on like a magic spell right there, like astral projection or something like that.
Yeah, it looked like some type of diagram thing that she was floating on top of.
And she was just like opening, going through the book, and then that's when we see. It
looked like she was going through like dimensions or like
maybe
something.
She's definitely reading that book though.
She's going through something, and then it was like she was going through it, and then all of a sudden you hear the boys cry out like
Billy
Mommy.
and Tommy, right?
Yeah, they're
Help
like
me.
Mommy, and we didn't notice it the first time.
The
second time that we watched it, it was like she was looking, because the first time we watched, we assumed that she was looking for the kids already.
Yeah.
But no, because the second time that we watched it, it looked like after hearing the reaction of her kids, like saying Mommy and stuff, that's when her head perked up like like I heard that.
Right.
So it was like she was looking or doing something else not related to the kids, and then she heard the kids and she was just like, oh, like mommy mode activated. And then there was like, Mommy, help me. And then it was like her lip quivered a little, and then she
got
like
angry.
snarled a little tiny bit, and then she like moved it, like, and the screen went black. So I'm like, that's when she's now, whatever she was doing, now she's going to go look for the kids. Yep. Because she heard it and she was just like, oh, and then left. It was like left. Mommy mode detected, gotta go.
It was like, uh-oh. It was like, we heard ominous music. We was like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then, so we was like, the second time, we was like, oh my goodness.
Now, there's two theories for that, for the kids. One is that maybe the kids were still parts of or fragments of Mephisto's soul, so they were returned to hell, and they're in hell.
Maybe.
Screaming.
Maybe.
I don't really resonate with that one. The other one that could be true is the one where their kids are existing in another universe. Like, so that could tie into the multiverse of madness and everything, and like for Wanda to go find her kids or help her kids in another realm and try to get them from there to here so that they could be like real,
because you know everybody thought that like her kids was real. Nope, sorry, they were just part of the hex. And basically the director of the series of WandaVision was basically saying the whole thing was like, you know, dealing with grief and how to get over grief and stuff like that, and Wanda getting over her grief. And at the end of it, we like, all right, she's gotten over it, but then that's when she heard the kids.
Yeah, and it kicked right
back in,
like,
and she was like, they were like, Mommy, help.
Yeah.
And she said, and just threw it, and then the screen just was like, I said, oh boy.
I was like, she gonna go get those kids.
And so we know that she's gonna be in Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange movie, the second movie. And I'm not sure about the Spider-Man movie, No Way Home. Now we finally got the title of it.
I'm not sure about that one either, so I'm not gonna go into.
I'm not gonna go anything, but we do know she's gonna be in Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and we also heard rumor. Okay, this is a rumor that well, it's not a rumor. We already know they're filming it right now. They're filming the movie right now. They're in London. They said that the rumor part is that they saw somebody saw the twins in London, but we know for sure that they are right now in production of Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, they're doing it right now. The movie is getting made right now. So
what do you rate the whole entire series?
1
out of 10.
1 out of 10. I give it an 8.
I know part of it's because of credits, but
part of it is heavily credits.
Okay.
8.8. I give it an 8. Like, it was solid. I feel like they could have definitely done things to make the fan base go insane. Like, if they would have just gave us and then Paul Bettany trolling everybody like that.
Saying that there's going to be a
cameo, a Luke Skywalker cameo.
Yeah, that's Luke Skywalker level, and it's really just him.
Now, do you see the way Mandalorian did their season finale?
They did theirs right.
They made us hype. Made us hype. It was like, oh my God, that's how you do a season finale. Marvel didn't kind of do that. It was like, I guess it's leading. It's like, it's a little different because, they already did Star Wars already did their movies. And people really didn't like the new reboots of their movies. So I guess they're trying to, you gotta take their time with it. Mandalorian is very good though. And they're kind of like doing their Disney Plus series and fleshing out the universe of Star Wars instead of going the movie route. Now, Marvel's movies banging, okay? We still waiting on the, I hate to say it.
Just go ahead and say, I don't care no more.
Black Widow
When
movie?
I'm telling you I don't care no more, I don't.
The Black Widow movie?
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care no more. They made me not care.
Jasmine turns into the She-Hulk when she hears about the Black Widow movie.
No, because I don't care no more. Like, they pushed it back so much. My hype has gone down. I don't care no more.
She loves Black Widow.
Whenever the hell y'all want to release it. Because y'all already did it too damn late. She dead already. Now we got to look at her past. No.
Well, we don't know what might happen. Something in the multiverse might happen, and then that might just, we might get Black Widow back. I doubt it, but we might get her back. I don't know. We might get a version of Black Widow. You know how everybody's getting like their little mentor.
They gonna recast and it's gonna be somebody else.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that. If you gonna
she wants Scarlett Johansson, Janet.
I want Scarlett Johansson. Yes.
I got it. 100%.
So.
Look, calm down, all right? She-Hulk, calm down. Anyway, but yeah, so if she heard her, you would.
I'm just saying.
I totally understand. We've been wanting a Black Widow. Everybody's been wanting a Black Widow for the longest, and after she's dead, y'all go grind.
I just feel the disrespect that Thor got 3 movies, and this woman couldn't get 1.
Yeah. And she got a good story. It's not like her story.
It's not right. It's not like it's bad.
Good,
like her story is interesting, at least to me.
I love
it.
To us.
To me, yes. Because
some people might not care.
May not care at all.
But it kind of falls in the same realm of like Captain America, Winter Soldier, Civil War. It kind of falls in that espionage, and I love movies like that.
I tell you what, when I got into the whole like Marvel fandom and I was watching movies, it didn't click to me to watch Thor whatsoever. I didn't watch Thor at all. The only Thor one that I did watch was
Ragnarok.
the one that was Ragnarok. It had Hulk in it and everything. That was the only one that I watched. The other ones, I had to go back and watch. And 2, I gotta tell you, 2, I still don't know what happened in that movie because I fell asleep 2 times that I tried to watch it. I'm like, it's just boring to me.
Thor: The Dark World, right?
To me, it's boring.
You really didn't miss much in it. You really didn't.
But then I did, because I felt like the Thor movies weren't needed for me to understand what's going on.
Yeah, the third one is the best one.
Yeah,
okay?
I'm like, I watched all the other movies and I knew exactly the storyline and where we were going and where we were heading to.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like they were important enough.
It's fine. You'll
at least with Black Widow, we get to see what happened maybe in Budapest. That they just slid in a movie without having any reference for us to look back at. Like, it was just like, you know what, whatever.
Right, okay. Look, we got that mini rant out. You got it out. We got it out.
We're making this video too long.
Listen, so I give it an 8.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like they could have done things better. I feel like they could have reintroduced Ultron. I feel like they kind of wasted Evan Peters a little bit with his. They could have definitely threw the multiverse in there. They could have threw Reed Richard in there. They could. That's just 3 of them. That's 3 key points that people would have lost their minds about. They would have like, people would have been losing their minds. They'd be like fire everywhere. They'd be like, oh my God. Because I was hyped when I saw Evan Peters. I was like, oh snap. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. And then keep me there. Marvel, keep me there. Keep me there. I'm just being a big, huge nerd fan. Keep me there. That's why I give it an 8. You missed the opportunity with this series because they might do it later on. With Ultron, it would have been so beautiful if he would. And she was like, Vision, and he grabbed her hand and then said, "Ain't no strings on me." I would have been like, oh! I would have been like, yo! I would have been like, yo, no!
Oh my God!
And then we didn't even get the Doctor Strange cameo at the end that I think we definitely at least should have had. Because she even, Agatha, we forgot to mention, Agatha even named and said that the Scarlet Witch is stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme.
Right. But who's to say that means that Doctor Strange was coming to WandaVision and not Wanda being in multiple.
I understand. See? But they could get my boy for like 2 seconds.
But see, that's why I give the whole season like a I would say higher than yours a little bit, like an 8.5.
8.5.
Because
okay.
I wasn't really that disappointed with like my theories that I did have, because some of them were right, some of them were wrong, but the ones that were wrong, I wasn't mad at it because the show never told us that these things were going to happen. Mm-hmm. They never said that Reed Richards was coming. They never said that Doctor Strange was going to be in there. That was just us. I understand that. The fandom being hyped as we are. And I think they know that. That's why they just threw in Evan Peters as just the curveball. They'd be like, this going to blow their minds. And then it ain't going to mean nothing.
That hurts. Right. That's even worse.
No.
Also,
what?
We didn't even get like anything about Senior Scratchy.
That too, because I have a theory about that was Agatha's son, Nicholas Scratch. But we don't know where the bunny went. We don't know where Vision went. Ralph means nothing now. We don't know who the witness and protection was. So those are the things I guess we just got to
That's
find
like
out
5
later.
things that could have made it a 10 for me.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I understand they have the movies.
I feel like they're just setting it up for something later on though. That's
right.
I think.
I understand they do Marvel. I understand. You have the movies, but you still could at least give us that little like he about to blow y'all mind. Everybody would have been recording their TV and them standing there at TV if Doctor Strange popped up and was like, you know what I'm saying? And then or if Ultron would have been like. Like it would have been. It would have been.
Me personally, I thought it would have been cool to hear Ultron's voice in Vision's body, but
I know.
Who's to say that won't happen in the future? Because we have no idea where Vision went. So who knows?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I am Vision.
No idea.
Just gone. I don't know where he.
We have no idea.
Where would he want to go? And then you know that Scarlet Witch knows that he exists, and he has all the memories of them together. She might not
approach him as this is my husband Vision, because last time she approached White Vision, he was about to crush her skull. So
Facts.
She's not gonna
Very true.
come to him.
But I'm very interested. I am super interested because he has all the memories now.
She don't know that.
I know she don't know that.
Right.
But he got all the memories that he's basically Vision. He said, I am Vision because his eyes changed. He has all the memories they had together. Where did he go?
We don't know.
We don't know. Why?
But I think that's for us to find out later.
Yeah, it's for us to find out later. But yeah, I give it an 8 for the whole series, all episodes.
8.5.
And you give it an 8.5. And those are the reasons why it could have been better. It's just a lot of plot points that could have been a little. Just give us a little taste, bro. A little taste.
I just know that going into the other things that they're gonna have coming out, like Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I can't.
Captain Falcon, go ahead.
No, Falcon and Winter Soldier and all their other things that are coming out. I'm just gonna go in with no expectations, like I keep saying.
Well,
I'm gonna keep going with no expectations.
I have no
that
expectations.
way, there's no disappointment.
I have no expectations.
I can have my theories, but I'm not gonna be like, this needs to be in it. Like,
I have it's the only series I think that everybody had expectations because it's the first one that we haven't. The first series, the first Disney Plus first series. Captain Falcon. I'm saying it too. You got me saying it again.
Sorry.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier was actually supposed to be the first Disney series because it's more grounded. People love more stories that are grounded in like reality. That's why we love Winter Soldier and stuff like that. Because we live near DC, and we was like, oh snap! And then imagine, and we thinking in our head, imagine if me and Jazz are just strolling through DC, and here comes Winter Soldier with his silver arm blowing up the interstate.
I'm dipping.
In DC is very secure in DC, and I was like, so that was supposed to be the first series, and I'm excited for that. I'm really excited to see if there's any tie in between. Like maybe White Vision appearing in Captain Falcon. Falcon and the Winter Soldier or anything like that. I don't think so. But they might have done some reshoots. We don't know. And that might tie in because they switched it. But I'm probably not. I don't know. I'm really excited. It's gonna be a nice. I love Anthony Mackie. I know it's gonna be a great. I feel like it's gonna be a buddy cop feel to it. And that's the next series. So we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Because until they drop the next series, and these are 6 episodes, they're supposed to be longer. That hurts my feelings a little bit, though.
I mean, but it's still something.
It is still something, and then we're gonna have Loki.
I don't know. I don't know the schedule
do we have?
Fully.
I can't remember the schedule, but yeah, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks with our next review, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I give it an 8. Jasmine gives it 8 point. Y'all let us know in the comments what do you give this series, what you didn't like about the series, what you liked about the series.
Yeah.
And don't forget to comment below. Let's
Don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and
share
share.
some more. Deuces.